Hello and welcome to Squid Pro Quo, a Squid Game podcast where there are only 3 rules. 1, a player is not allowed to stop podcasting. 2, a player who refuses to podcast will be eliminated. And 3, the podcast will be terminated if the majority agrees. I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike. And Sean, today is a very special day.
I'm filled with ink.
You're filled with ink because we are joined by a very special guest. Our friend of the show, good friend, only talks to me when I ask him to do Squid Game. Regular Pat. Everybody, regular Pat.
That's not true. We talked about plenty of stuff when we met in Denver.
That's
Guys,
true.
Thank
That's
you so
true.
much. Thank you so much for inviting me. I've been bursting at the seams with ink to get back on Squid Pro Quo. I raised all my tentacles while Sean read the rules. So I got notes, I got spreadsheets, I got a lot of thoughts, and I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to start off with that because I was thinking, be a good co-host, I'm gonna extend. Hey Pat, I got a list of the players who are left, and Pat sends us back in this episode. There's a picture of a grid of all the players who are still in the game. Pat sends back that picture with all the names already labeled, and then a spreadsheet with the full cast, including their name, age, occupation, location, sign, and when they were taken out of the games.
Yeah, all 456, baby.
Oh my God, I'm now noticing there's more tabs at the bottom.
Yeah, dude, I got the marble matchups.
What the fuck is this?
I got charts. I take this way more seriously than any of the fuck shit I do on any of my individually owned platforms,
This is insane.
This is way more important.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is mental illness.
It's mental illness, and I don't want you guys to think it's all just for you, because I was probably going to do this for myself anyway. I find it very soothing to put a spreadsheet together. It's like a cornerstone of relaxation for me, and so this was always going to happen, but I figured I'd share it with you guys.
There's graphs.
If you've seen any of regular Pat's videos he makes on Kingdom Hearts, you know that he's not lying, because he'll make a tournament about God knows what when it comes to Kingdom Hearts.
Anything.
So go check out Pat's YouTube channel. You like that plug, Pat?
Yeah,
Let's see you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
There are so many more people listening to this podcast than there are watching your YouTube channel, so we needed to plug
I need the Squid Game audience.
Yeah, you need that squid bump, as we call it.
Yeah.
I realized that there were more tabs at the bottom of this sheets, and when I started to click through, it was like opening letters from the Zodiac Killer.
I'm sorry, man. I only know how to go one way, and that's full tilt, man.
Dude,
Oh
this
my
is
God,
incredible.
you just reminded me of something. I was at the grocery store the other day with Tara, and we're shopping, and this guy walks. We're in the fruit and vegetable section. This guy walks forward, and he's probably 5'5", smaller guy. He's wearing a Detroit Lions shirt because we're in Michigan. And this girl behind him, who's probably 6 foot tall, right? So there's a big height difference there. Goes, slow down. And he goes, slow down. I only have one speed. Go. And then wanders into the fruit and vegetable section.
That's so awesome.
And then I made super awkward eye contact with her, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she just kind of followed him. And it was maybe the craziest moment of my weekend. And you just reminded me
I
of
love
that,
that.
Pat, so thank you. That guy has
speed.
Squid Game charts for sure.
Yeah, get him on season 3.
Yeah.
Well, this is incredible. This is so much more work than we have ever put into this podcast. We're so thankful for this. Before we get into talking about emails and the episode and stuff, what have you been thinking of season 2 of the challenge overall?
Okay, I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Obviously, my favorite season of the Squid Game, the entire Umbrella franchise, is the first season of the drama. But after that, I really don't know how it ranks after that. If you're taking both seasons of the challenge and the other 2 seasons of the drama, I really don't know what number 2 is. And obviously we only have the first 5 episodes of challenge 2. But I'm I think challenge 1 and 2 definitely beat the drama season 3, right?
Yeah, I think
that's
so,
where
for
I'm
sure.
at.
Yeah,
I think I might even like both challenge seasons more than the second season of the drama. I really don't know.
That one's
Yeah,
tougher
no,
for me because I do really like season 2 in quotes, and how it ends. I think is very good, but like it's tainted by how season 3 goes.
Right, exactly. That's the exact
Yeah.
thought I have on it. Is that if this was an isolated thing that didn't, have this vestigial awfulness that is season 3, then I would like season 2 a lot more.
Yeah.
But thankfully, these challenge seasons are independent of each other, and I think they hold up on their own pretty well.
Yeah, they've been pretty great, and we'll see how this one kind of ends. So far, if this one sticks the landing better than season 1 of the challenge did, because let's face it,
low
rock,
bar,
paper, scissors.
just don't end with rock paper scissors. Yeah,
Right. I think this could be it really has me looking forward to season 3, which they're already talking about casting. So
yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm enthralled with this spreadsheet.
I have a couple of like statistical things I like to share with you guys as well, if we can do that at some point.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we can for sure do that. I also want to point out there are hyperlinks in here. There's
yeah.
there's one
Sean.
person. Yeah, what's up?
You're surprised that the guy behind the Wayfinder project has spreadsheets.
This is Squid Finder.
Yeah,
This
but
is
that's
Squid
like
Finder. This is Ink Finder.
This was literally like an afternoon for me. The Wayfinder project was like 3 months. This is just like
God.
this is light work.
This is there's somebody in here. I got a number 254. Her name is Lee. Occupation just says "Holy fuck, lady."
Yeah, because she listed like 5 things. I couldn't fit it in the cell, so I had to like put a note.
Yeah. I just
I want to say the people with hyperlinks are anyone that listed themselves as a content creator or influencer. Okay. So I thought it'd be nice to like, none of them are in the game anymore, thankfully, because I root against like anybody who says that they're a YouTuber or influencer.
Right.
I want to see them fail, because I want to be the guy on Squid Game season 3 that's like the successful one. But yeah, a lot of them are actually in the same range as like my counts. Like if you're going by like people with YouTube channels, they're like kind of around like the 50 to 70K. So I think that's like the sweet spot. There's people on like Instagram with like millions of followers, but yeah.
You bring up a very important question here.
Yeah.
Will you apply with me to be a part of season 3?
Will we be boys, or will you like sell me out and like become a monitor and then nominate my ass?
If we both get in, we'll have to talk strategy, because I think Corn has the right idea. She said this, I think, a couple episodes ago.
Pretend to not know each other.
Pretend to not know each other. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be down. I'll apply if you apply.
Okay. You heard it here first,
Let's
folks. Me and Pat are going to apply for season 3 of Squid Game.
And Sean, what's your excuse?
I would just say this is gonna leave me with. Well, my excuse is somebody needs to do the fucking podcast.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, the podcast will just be me and you, and I just won't be able to say anything. I'll just be like, sorry, I can't talk about that.
I was about to say, you're about to leave me having to fucking do this podcast with Jip or someone. Like, who the fuck else is left to do this?
That's the real Squid Game. Having to do a podcast with Jip. That's the real Squid Game.
So, Pat, what are some of these statistics that you wanted to share?
Well, I want to talk about names, right? Because there's 456 names in this cast. Okay. And there are 5 Michaels, 1 Mike, right? There's 2 Jasons and 2 Jays, 2 Seans, not SHAWN, SEAN. There is a Shauna.
Gross.
Yeah.
And no fucking Pats or Patricks. That feels like a statistical anomaly. I had nobody to root for.
You know what that says to me, though? It says to me that you're destined to be on the show.
Right, I gotta be the guy.
There are Seans. There are Mikes,
Right.
There isn't a Pat.
Another thing is that the most common age, so if you're like thinking about applying for Squid Game, the most common age is 29, and that's where I'm at right now. So I really think this is a sign. Anything else? The average age drops down dramatically over time. I think a lot of people will sort of have this idea that Squid Game actually is fair, whether it's the show or the challenge, like the drama or the challenge. It's not. Like I got into a mini argument on the Squid Game subreddit, because of course I did.
Jesus Christ.
About someone saying like Squid Game is supposed to be fair and all the old people get like taken out early, which is true. But I was like, did you like miss the point of the fucking show where like the people in power say, yeah, it's all fair, guys. It's like everyone has a chance to build their own destiny. But obviously like it's bullshit, because like if you have money or influence or connections, you'll go go further. That's exactly how it works in the real world. It's like they just missed the whole point of the show. But yeah, the average age drops dramatically. At the start of the season, the average age was around 36, and after marbles were down at 31 and a half. So you're obviously advantaged to be younger going into the Squid Game. I also have a list of minor... Yeah, I wanted to tell you, Mike, because I don't think anyone in the comments said, you were talking about how old is Star Wars Mark. You think he's younger. He is actually 1 year older than you.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Okay. That's fair.
I also just wanted to point out, and we can move on to emails after this, but there were a couple of minor characters that you guys have discussed and shown an affinity toward during the earlier episodes who have died by now, and they didn't get their death really showcased that prominently on the show. So I wanted to let you guys know what happened to them, because I scrubbed through and found out what happened. So you guys like that eye patch guy in the first episode. You guys really took a liking to him. He died in counting. So he was dead. By the way, that's the worst game but maybe besides Rock, Paper, Scissors out of the 2 seasons so far. I hated counting.
Yeah,
it's like, at least with red light, green light, you have agency, but you have this fucking nurse counting for you, and you're just out. You got a flight and everything, and now I gotta go home now because the nurse can't count.
I saw somebody suggest, and I don't know who it was, but suggest that maybe instead of the 2 big groups counting, if they had them face off 1v1 and do counting to knock it up in half immediately. Yeah.
Because then it's up to you. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Or at least make the groups in the smaller groups.
Yeah, that would have been something as well.
Because I get having to lop off half the cast, but to do it that way just feels so cruel almost. I don't know.
Yeah, when you're eye patch guy, I'm sure he agrees with you.
Right. You guys like that Woody Harrelson looking guy? He died in Catch. He only saw the back of his head during his failure moment. He was the thrower, and he died there. The guy who won the big delicious stack of donuts, he died during Catch. The lady who won the 5 coins from the scratcher, she died in Mingle. And the other guy that bet on a player, he was with August and Jaunty, he died during Mingle as well. So all the bettors are dead now.
One thing that I thought was pretty interesting, and this isn't necessarily getting into the episode, but we didn't talk about it last time, and it's on the same vein, is the woman who won immunity during Mingle. They don't touch on that at all.
Yeah, she shows up here in Marbles, but they don't really talk about it.
Well, and when we get into the episode, I'll get into it. But I got some questions for the producers on how this all happened, because I think there was some tomfoolery afoot, other than what we already talked about. So
I think we were also fucking lied to about some things. We're gonna talk about that. But
I think so too. But speaking of not being lied to, I don't know why that was my segue. We have a couple emails to read from our good friends Kim and Landon. Shout outs to Kim and Landon. Ooh. They actually sent me 2 emails about episode 3 and episode 4. So I'm gonna read both of these back to back for you guys, and feel free to comment.
Sure.
When you want to. They said Mark was let down by the Force. Sad face. Setting aside the humanity aspect, player 415 is playing a perfect game. Waiting for the birthday subject to come up, feigning embarrassment and humility was perfect. Because of this, no one suspected a thing, and no one handed him the doll, since it was supposed to be his birthday, and he got extra cake. And why does he seem perplexed as to why parents seem to care about kids for some reason? No humanity detected.
I love Eric. I love him. So I have a lot to say about him out there.
What the fuck is 075's problem with people showing a shred of decency? In her mind, giving someone cake and giving her a hug is a war crime. Is it possible she had the same donor as 415, as they both seem to have missed the empathy gene? Actually, no, since 415's story is a complete lie. We're with you on that one, Sean. Anything this guy says needs verified documentation.
Yeah.
Landon said if he was in 152's shoes and the closest guy to throw to was that whiner turning his back, he'd choose to throw the ball to him. If he turned around to catch it, Landon said he'd shank the throw on purpose to get him out. Watching him get eliminated would be worth the $4.56 million.
I like it.
Yeah.
Also, do you think Haley has considered a restraining order against you two yet, or has she not gotten around to it? JK, Kim and Landon.
God, I had
Haley,
this bit
call
that I
me,
was
please.
planning when I was going through the cast and making the spreadsheet. I was like, I kind of want to do a bit where I like look for the new Haley to match up with Mike or Sean. I was like, gonna have a list of like potential suitors, but I was like, that'd take up a lot of time.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like, I kept finding all these redheads. I was like, I think Sean would like this one.
You know,
Hey, maybe,
while
you know?
watching this, there were a few redheads that caught my eye, but they all like did really poorly when they showed them in their game. So I was like, no, this
Yeah, a
isn't
lot of them are
Haley.
dead. I think they might all be dead.
Yeah,
And
I think they are too.
I'm holding out for my one true love, Haley.
Yeah.
Please call me.
I thought you were gonna say Lorenzo.
So their second email here about episode 4. So let's put this into context. 431 considering going back on a plan in the catch game that ultimately didn't really matter since someone else would have had to throw it to Matthew and they could have carried on means he's a selfish, horrible player. However, in season 1, every player except Mai was completely fine when Ashley wouldn't go along with the plan and jumped for Matt Pat, even though he's now dead. This is a good point.
Dead.
Go ahead, Sean. What did you say?
No, I love how we keep talking about these people like they're dead.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just more fun
they
that
are.
way. They
It
treat
is.
it so serious. We should too.
It is.
Having the last mingle round be 2 players so they would choose their best friends to go with and surprise them with marbles was an amazing idea. In the first season, people caught on to the picnic trickery and teamed with a non-friend. The mingle would be more unpredictable. So how in the fuck did they fumble this one? They literally caught defeat in the jaws of victory. Is there a better way to sum up Netflix? Take that, Ted Sarandos. Finally here, for the red light, green light game that was hinted, I'm in the same mind as Sean that it might be the final 2 game, which would be way more entertaining than rock, paper, scissors. Landon thinks it's going to be red light, green light parkour, where they could have to wait on monkey bars and balance beams in the most inhumane positions you'd want to be stuck in. Speaking of which, why did I squat? That was a great callback.
Yeah.
And they said, we will continue to back Eric for the win as long as the lies keep spewing forth. Well, Eric,
I just want to
this
circle
episode.
back to the point about the twin. I know you guys have you guys have been a little softer on the twins than I expected.
I think. I don't know about Sean.
I messaged you guys saying like, man, the twins are really fucking this up. My problem chiefly with it was the one twin, and it was the one that was just referenced in the email. I think once you publicly make it known that you're going to maybe deviate from the plan, you have to just go for it. Like you can't, because now the toothpaste is out of the tube, right? So you've already expressed interest at betrayal, but then to just go back and do what they wanted anyway, like you basically have the worst of both worlds now. So like if you're going to do it, you just got to commit. That was my big problem with him.
You already had people judge you because you decided to go back on the plan.
And being judged is one of the worst things that could happen to somebody.
Yeah.
In this game, yes, it is. So yeah, no, I think they got a bad rap. Speaking of the twins, you were talking earlier about some of these people are content creators. I think they're both listed as that, right?
They are, yeah.
They are. I just went to their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I was on TikTok and I ended up on this video where it was just a supercut of women using the Snapchat filter on their significant other, removing their beard. And how like there were shock reactions to it, and to like kids too, right? And one of the twins was in this video. She used it on him, and I go, "Wait a minute, is that one of the twins?" And then he said something, and it was in British, and I said, "That's one of the twins." So I did see some of his content.
They are probably the most popular YouTubers that I've found throughout this cast list of influencers. They have 300,000 subs. They're called the Blood Brothers, BLUD on YouTube.
Oh, of course.
So it looks like they kind of just do like traveling stuff, or
I was
it's
about
very
to say,
like
these guys have to like have
looking.
inherited money, right? Because like some of these
they get no
videos
views.
they get like no views, but like they're going to Thailand and to Bali
Spain.
Yeah, they probably just have money.
Yeah,
and basically none of these have cracked 10K in the last year. So that's pretty bad for 300K.
And even after being on the Squid Game challenge.
Right. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Maybe they really needed this.
Yeah, like being on the Squid Game challenge and being pretty heavily focused on in the first few episodes.
They were basically the main characters.
And now they're gone.
They're fucking gone. Did I at one point say that they should play red light, green light for the final game? Because if I did, I'm really fucking. That's a great idea.
No, so what happened was I talked to you about the preview between the episode split and how they showed the doll girl, and she was saying red light, green light, and we both hypothesized that, hey, it should be the final game.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
And
I've
Sean
told
has
Jip
the memory
before,
of a goldfish.
dude. As I've told Jip before, as soon as we're done recording, I just fucking dump everything I said.
Delete it all.
I delete it all. Hey, I'm sorry. I have to jump back to the spreadsheet again.
Yeah, please do.
Because I noticed something and I was like, what's going on here? And I went down the rabbit hole a little bit. 260. 260 has no name, age, occupation, location, or sign. And I was like, well, that's weird. Let me go look on to Doom. It skips player 260. It goes from 259 to 261. What the fuck happened to 260?
And the only way I know where they died is because I paused the screen when all the names like blip out after counting, and I saw that next to 259 and 261 was a blank space. So it's like, all I know about this person is they died during counting. I don't know their name or anything about them. I can't find anything. Mystery.
I wonder. That's strange. There's got to be some kind of legal thing going on there, right?
Yeah, right? Because
I
they're not
wonder if they
even
like
listed.
broke the rules. Yeah. That's
they're
what I
not
thought.
listed in the cast or anything, which is fascinating.
If you're 260 and you're listening to this podcast, hit us up.
Yeah,
That'd be a huge get.
We want to know.
We'd love to have you on. I'm really quickly going to jump us over to the Discord where a good friend of the show, Korn, had a comment on the duos thing that I think we haven't really talked about. And she said, listening to episode 4 actively, but wanted to say, I don't think saying duos have more power because they're two is what rubs people the wrong way. I think it's more of the opportunity. They have 2 times the opportunity to win. Automatically, you'd be like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've touched
agree.
on that side of it in our conversation.
Yeah, I think I hypothesized the question of like, why are people so concerned with that? I get what Korn's saying. I still kind of disagree. I don't think it really matters, and unless you get put in a situation where there's 3 people and 2 of them are those people, right? And so I guess at the end of the game it could matter, but I think at the stage which everybody was talking about it, it doesn't really matter. Personally,
Yeah, I think in a typical reality show where the cast is a more reasonable size, like 16 to 20, I think this is something that happens where you have relatives or significant others playing, and it's, it makes a lot more sense at that stage in the game to be more concerned with that kind of relationship. But I do get what Korn's saying in that, like, okay, this person basically has like a second life, because if they die, then their twin brother is probably going to give them some of the money if they manage to win this. So I get the sort of resentment angle there. A lot of these decisions that players make in the game are not always, fueled 100% by strategy. In fact, with this cast, I would say maybe not even some of the time. So I think a lot of it's emotionally fueled, and they're just like, well, I don't have a fucking twin, so fuck this guy. So yeah.
Everyone wants a twin.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you guys have anything else you want
to backstab Pat in Squid Game season 3?
What the fuck, dude?
It's gonna be anytime Mike talks about being on this fucking show with anybody that he knows, it always goes down to, I can't wait to violently betray you.
It's like, Mike, there's gonna be like 455 other people that you can fuck with. Why does it have to be me?
It's gonna be red light, green light, and I'm just gonna shove Pat over.
He's gonna fucking Thanos me and smile and be on his molly.
Oh my. No. We can talk strategy, Pat, once we get in. We'll talk strategy once we get in.
Yeah, if you survive red light, green light. I mean,
right.
Mike might be
hopefully we
you.
have a game with more agency than the counting one, and then we'll be all right.
Please God.
Yeah.
The only other note I have before we get into the episode proper is that there is one Michigander still in the game. I thought I'd point that out to Mike. Yeah, there's no Pennsylvanians left. That's my home state. I don't know, Sean. Where do you hail
I'm
from?
Maryland.
Any Marylanders left? No, there were some, but they're all dead now.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing, though, actually, is that this is a British show, is it not? Like, it's obviously on like American. Well, Netflix is like an international thing.
They
but,
film in
I
England.
think
I'm pretty sure
they film in England, right? So
Yeah.
a huge chunk of the player base are English. 52 of them, I think. By the time we get down to marbles, there is one left. So they have been completely wiped out,
which
is
makes
kind of crazy.
That makes total
Just
sense.
like the Revolutionary War, man.
Yeah. We never take an L.
That's right. That's
Not
right.
compared to the British, that's for
Except
sure.
on education, healthcare.
Hey.
Dick Cheney's rolling in his grave right now.
He's doing something.
Yeah.
Who's the Michigander, Pat?
So it's actually Mackenzie, who is the girl that was really upset when the one guy called the other guy a Viking. And she also
that's classic
comforted
Michigan behavior.
Yeah, she also comforted Mark after Judgegate back in episode 2. So
maybe she thought he meant Minnesota Viking. That would make a lot of sense. We hate Minnesota Vikings.
That does make sense. Don't call
him a
Viking.
So that's so mean.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, so 26 minutes in, let's get into the episode.
We knew this would happen.
So they go right into marbles here.
I already have a problem. I already have a fucking problem.
I think they want us to believe that they went right from Mingle to marbles, and I have a hard time buying that based on what we know about Mingle.
Well, I have I have a hard time buying what we know about Mingle now. You're telling me that you plan to play the fucking marbles in the rooms, but also you just happen to still have the full marble set.
Yeah, that is weird to me because the thought of them like filming each marble game in those little rooms, like not only is it, more claustrophobic, it's also just like less visually interesting.
They said in the interview that what they were going to do is they were going to go up to the cells, hand them the marbles through the hole in the door, and have them play marble in the cells. That is what the producers said in the interview.
That's not what I remember. You read the article, so I guess I got to defer to you. But that's not what I remember you saying. I remember them saying they were going to put the marbles through the window holes, but
maybe they were just going to do that, and then it's like, and then the episode ends, and now we start in the town setting for marbles because it would be weird to just like have them play in the cell,
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to go back now to find.
I don't think that's what they meant, Sean, because that just makes zero sense.
Well, that's why I got like so fucking confused when this popped up, and I was like, "Wait, like,
because
why the fuck?"
The set of marbles is so iconic to it. Like to not do that would be very strange to me.
Yeah, and that's another thing because that also gives you more like avenues for how you want to play your game. If you're just in the cell, you can't like draw a tic-tac-toe board in the dirt.
No
you can't have like a little jar.
So
right.
I think
the set had to have always been part of it.
Right. I think that's either a misreporting or a misquote or Sean read it wrong.
Yeah.
Put your wagers in now, folks at home.
Yeah. If anybody votes against me, you're fucking dead to me. I'm trying to.
Well, while Sean's looking at this, I'll bring up one of my other weirdness, some of my weirdness here, because the idea is that there's 44 people left, right? So there's going to be 22 games of marbles. And the idea would be that there were 44 people left after Mingle, right? But we know there's one player who had immunity during Mingle.
Chelly.
And she plays in marbles. So what exactly happened here?
Okay, and then I will say... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, on top of that, when marbles is over, they show people kind of pouring into the room, and they're all like pogging because they removed beds. And they're all like, whoa, the beds are gone, right? But they show Greg, number 417. And we didn't see Greg play marbles once.
Okay,
Greg
so
is not shown winning his marble game.
I have a different conspiracy theory about marbles. Can I say about Greg, though, Mike? Do you know who Greg beat in marbles? Because I have the list of matchups. He beat the cringe lord Tyler, number 30, that you hate.
They didn't show them once.
Yeah, so the only thing I have for this is, like, I found this Reddit post that had all of the matchups ahead of the episode. I don't know how they had this. They might have, like, zoomed in and gotten the numbers with how they were all standing at the end of Mingle, but it had Greg matched up with Tyler, and all of the matchups that I saw were accurate to what they showed in that post. So I don't know if they had insider information or they just were able to pause down and look at all of it. But what was weird for me is that Kate wasn't on that graphic, Kate is one of the new monitors. She's the sole British lady left.
Okay, yeah.
And I never saw her in marbles, and I never saw her on that graphic. So I was wondering, like, if she got a buy through that somehow as well to
maybe she was
face off.
Maybe she was the buy. Okay. I'm putting this theory together right now. They played Mingle, and she either got hurt or passed out or some sort of deal. And so they subbed her with the girl who had immunity.
Yeah,
And
and
let her
actually, no, I'm
sit out
looking
the
here.
gate.
She is the person who won against the girl that had the buy through Mingle.
Oh,
That's what I have on my chart. So I don't know.
okay.
So
Because
she
we
did.
we saw the girl who got the buy playing marbles, and I'm realizing that the person she was playing against
Okay.
was Kate.
Hold on.
So I have no fucking clue.
I need to go back to Mingle at the end and see if I can see Brigitte Nielsen, I think is what I called her, to see if she is in the Mingle section.
While you're doing that, by the way, everybody, I'm just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I knew you were.
I was trying to fight for Sean at the beginning.
They just say that they were gonna slide the marbles through the door, and I guess I then interpreted that into they were gonna play.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you somehow interpreted it that way, but then didn't communicate it to me that way too.
Yeah.
You communicated it to me properly, but interpreted it completely differently.
I'm a special little guy, okay?
You're a good chap. You're a good lad, as the British would say.
As I fucking hate them. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, hold on. I got a wide shot. Let's see.
Okay.
Do I see her really dumb hair?
Jeez.
She has really dumb hair, Sean.
We're talking about Shelly 303.
Whoever it was that got immunity.
Yeah, that's her name is Shelly, and she's 303.
Okay.
While Mike is looking for this, Pat, do you have any thoughts on the big conspiracy theory that we were talking about last time about like apparently maybe there was a round that that was redone or whatever.
Yeah, honestly, like the more I think about it, and I'm not that conspiracy minded of a person, like I'm looking at how these people are acting, like they're not like these people that are applying are not all actors. You guys kind of brought this up yourselves. Like they look genuinely distressed and pissed off about it. I could definitely see a scenario where they just had enough of like the punching and shoving and pulling on people. Like this is a lot of money that people are doing this game for. Like I said in my group chat with you guys, like this Mingle is more intense than the version in the drama where people actually get shot. So I could totally see, like I actually can't even believe they did this for the challenge because it's just so violent. And so stressful.
I think especially with so many people still left.
Right. If it was like we're doing this Mingle with like, I don't know, 20 people, 25, I could see it being more manageable. But this is just mayhem. So I could definitely see them being like, we're not doing this anymore. And they might have been pissed off if there was a voided round. Like how many people are really into this show so much that they would go on the Squid Game subreddit and make up a lie that another person separately kind of corroborates about the one round being voided because of the father-daughter duo getting out because of the stepping off the ledge thing.
That's a really good point that we have not brought up. Is like, who the fuck would care about this?
Right, like I mean, we're into it, so it makes sense. But
it's kind of the same idea as like Eric telling his lies, right? Of like, why the fuck would you lie about this? It's not like this is fucking Survivor or Big Brother or anything, you know? Yeah.
So I don't know. I think there's legs to it. I think there was definitely some genuine despair amongst the players.
Yeah.
So I'm like scrubbing this footage of them like handing out the boxes and them deciding not to play, and I don't see Shelly anywhere. So there's something.
I think she just sat in the dorm.
Right, but then how do they have an even number of players with Shelly playing?
I think Kate is the British lady was maybe like you said got injured or something, and she like had to buy through the rest of Mingle as well or something. I have no idea, but it's definitely bizarre.
Yeah. Anyway, if anybody has any info on this, please contact your local authorities.
And so when we see them all standing holding hands, like waiting, do we for sure know that she's not just like somewhere off screen, kind of off camera?
Well, right, but Sean,
that's what I think.
Oh yeah, there's a
point. They make a point of going when they say the next game is
42 of us.
Wait a minute, there's an even number. We'll all fit, right?
Yeah, there's 42 of us. Yeah.
If we hadn't already spent 20 or 35 minutes on the beginning of this episode, I would look into this more. But I think we need to move on the episode. I will study this in between episodes, and I will come back with an answer.
Okay.
We need some answers.
Yeah.
So we open up with father-daughter. There's a lot of like just over dramatizing all this, and not just with them, with everybody, where they're like, man, we're gonna have to say goodbye. oh, we only have 20 minutes left together. It's like, no one's dying.
Can I?
You're gonna get on
No
a plane
one's
and go home.
actually dying.
Yeah, and they're gonna pay for it too. Can I like look? Marbles is great. The third time I'm seeing it, I don't know that it's hitting as hard.
It probably is the weakest of the marbles between the drama and the first season.
Yeah.
I think also by virtue of not knowing these people as well. I think the cast is overall stronger in its tenor of gameplay and how it seems to be generally more cutthroat. But I feel like we're not getting like character moments as much. And so, I felt like, I don't really care about most of these matchups here. But
I had the same thought, Pat, because it's like a lot of these matchups, I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah.
Right. And
Like,
most of them have not had talking heads.
Exactly. They purposely during this whole marbles game don't do any talking heads, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which I don't think they typically do during the games anyway, right? I think that's like part of a rule of the show.
It's usually like dorm stuff.
Yeah. But so we don't get to meet any of these people. We just have to go, okay, that seemed emotionally effective, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
One thing I will say early on here is that Zoe, says some nice things about her dad for once, which
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
it redeemed me a little bit with her because she's been not awful to him, but just kind of like he loves her more than she loves him. And she's
like very like teenage daughter, like my dad's lame stuff,
Except this girl's probably in her late 20s.
Even 30s maybe.
Yeah. So she's like, you're one of my best friends. And I think that was nice. However, outside of this, if they really redid a round just to save these two for this moment, it failed. I did not really care that he definitely lost on purpose, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He lost on purpose. By the way, Zoe, 26.
Oh, 26. Okay. According to my spreadsheet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pat spreadsheet. We have all the power at our fingertips now. But they end up playing tic-tac-toe, best 2 out of 3. And I thought they meant just regular ass tic-tac-toe. And I was like,
me too. And I was so pissed.
I was like, that's not a good game for this. But they meant throwing it. So there is some skill involved.
There's aim.
There's the brother-sister duo. We cut to them at one point, and one of them is like, it's the last 20 minutes of us together.
Yeah.
It's like, what, guys, come on. Like, I would kind of get this if like maybe it's two people that had become friends over the course of the games and they're gonna go home and they're probably never gonna see each other again. But you guys are fucking
You're gonna
siblings.
have Thanksgiving later this
Like,
month.
yeah,
Well, I wonder if this was a bit of a producer note, Sean, because if you'll notice where they're sitting, it looks very similar to season 1 of The Real Show, where I don't remember any names now, but it's the two ladies, and the one chooses.
Oh yeah.
The one chooses to kill herself for the other, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they like push them to like just you guys just hang out and talk and then pick one at the end, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm Jeffrey. I'm like, fuck that. I want to keep playing games.
Here's the thing. I guess we can kind of just talk about this for this part of the episode as the pairs. We can just like okay, we talked about Jeffrey and Perla. I think they made the right decision.
Yeah.
Because I think Jeffrey seems like a really good dude and a really good older brother, but he's not. He seems like they said he's very reserved, very quiet, and she's more of a relationship maker. And I think they made the right decision there. What do you guys think?
I agree because I realized that Jeffrey's never had a talking head. Like he's been kind of a part of the narrative this whole time, but it's always Perla who gets the attention. And that could obviously be like a producer choice because they know that Jeffrey's going to die. So they want to focus more on the sister. But also I'm listening to him talk and I'm like, I know why they didn't focus on him because he says like more than I do on a podcast. I was like, oh my God, this guy's, that's why they're not focusing on him.
Yeah, this is probably the right. And I think it, luckily for the producers, it ends up playing out more emotionally just because Perla's like breaking down the entire time after marbles. Like even when she sees her brother's number go away,
Yeah.
She's a little overdramatic.
She's better
I think,
TV.
at that point.
Yeah.
Another pairing here is 410 and 342. And I have a beef with this. Do you guys know what I'm going to say here?
The target game where they're
They
throwing
played
on
the
the
target
target
game, which I think is fine. But 342 goes first and throws all of his marbles, giving 410 an advantage. because 410 knows the number he has to beat, so he can take risky throws or less risky throws if he wants, right? He knows. That's so unfair to 342.
Right, you should alternate.
Yeah, they should have alternated or do 3 at a time or whatever. But like just having
good on Isaiah though, because then like he's my MVP of the week for that. That's a smart move.
He tricked him. He tricked him for sure, and Isaiah ends up winning. And to be fair, 342 seems like a good dude, built like a brick shithouse, man. This guy's thick. Yeah. But Isaiah has this pretty hard line where he goes, "It's time to send Daryl back to Ohio." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
I love that,
dude." Isaiah is we've seen him quite a bit through this at this point, and he's always got an aura to him. he's kind of menacing.
Yeah.
He was the guy that called the guy the Viking.
Yeah, and he won the cake, so he's just like he's fucking built up on cake now. He's got the cake calories fueling him.
Oh yeah.
So he's powerful.
When was that cake, by the way? I feel like it was earlier that day.
It could have been. Yeah.
The timeline is so scrambled. We have no idea how long they've been there.
Yeah.
We get 183 versus 232. First of all, 183 becomes more of a prominent character in this episode a bit, and we find out why later. I did not notice the amount of either like skin tags or moles on his head until now.
He's also aggressively bald.
He's aggressively bald like our guy 98 is, but like he also has these like weird like moles or skin tags. And an aggressively bald man myself, you got to get those taken care of, man.
Yeah, with all that poker money he's got.
I fucking hate this guy so much, by the way, for being on this show.
Kara's so mad about the poker guy.
Me too. I'm also so mad about it. What an asshole.
Well, like, first of all, this thing starts and he's like, I got to get in her head. And he starts doing like fucking some quirky shit.
Faces.
Like, yeah, he's doing like silly faces.
Carrey.
Like, yeah, he thinks he's fucking Jim Carrey. It's really uncomfortable. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then, we find out later on that he's won fucking millions of dollars already. Fuck off. Get out of here.
Like more than the Squid Game prize. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, it was $6.5 million. He took second in the world poker tournament.
Yeah.
But here, I feel like this is the closest we get to like a Sang-woo moment where I feel like this guy just scammed this girl. I feel like they don't show anything that makes me believe that, other than she just seems woefully out of her element and looks very sad the whole time.
Yeah,
he's got her right where he wants her. Yeah. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, ultimately, I don't think she was gonna make it. We also have the pairing of 98, Matthew and Peter.
Oh my God.
This was such a bummer. It's like having everyone's favorite against everyone's least favorite, and we get the worst outcome.
Yeah. Well, and like, dude, he's so funny. Fucking like,
what he wants to do with the money? Do you have that written down?
Yeah,
Sean.
he goes, I want to own my own Burger King.
Yeah,
and a new tooth. Don't forget the new tooth.
I think I said this to you, Sean. I said there was a moment in this episode where I had to pause so I could laugh, and I wanted you to guess what moment it was, and it was when he said he wanted to own a Burger King.
Like, dude, what the fuck are we doing?
Because like Matthew's playing a game here where he's like, I got a family, and it's really important to me, and blah 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 blah, right? It could change my wealth generationally for my family. And this guy goes, I'm missing a tooth I want to replace, and I want to own a Burger King.
Well, so we know he's a stand-up comedian, so I kind of thought he was fucking with him. I
think it's legit.
The
layers to this, Sean.
Yeah.
Why a Burger King? All the Burger Kings in my area at one point this last year closed down. Why do you want to own a Burger King? You have You're gonna get $4.5 million, and you're gonna buy a Burger King? Buy a Chick-fil-A, you idiot! What are you doing? Like,
I really want to believe that he's fucking with him. I want to believe that this is he was trying.
Yeah.
I want to believe he was trying to do what Steven pulls off.
He's trying to play like a social game with him.
Yeah. He's trying to disarm him, and he's
I don't know. I think he's doing a terrible job because like
Yeah,
Matthew
I don't think he
clearly
does a
has
good job.
conviction, and about whether it's his family or he's lying or whatever it is, and that's not going to change his mind.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Matthew also is like unhinged, and there is no negotiating with somebody whose mind is as gone as his. He's a
New York City cop, dude. Like,
yeah, he's. Hey, you guys think he voted for Curtis Sliwa?
For sure. He's probably his like younger brother.
I gotta tell you guys, despite the picture that Brooklyn Nine-Nine paints, you don't want to fuck with a New York City cop. Like, but I've been thinking about Matthew a lot, especially after this episode, and I think he's probably not a well-liked New York City cop by the other cops.
Yeah.
And he talks about how he plays baseball a lot. And I feel like he's probably on the precinct softball team, and everybody hates playing him. I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
Because this guy sucks.
We're going to, year from now, we're going to get sent, like, a news clipping that's like, hero cop perishes in fire rescuing 30
Matthew
orphans.
Sliwa.
My younger brother died in a marble game in 1983.
I do like when Peter dies and he loses the game, he basically gives Matthew advice of like, bro, just be like how you were here. Like, just chill the fuck out and shut up.
Yeah.
Like, that's his
Right,
parting
you're too
words to him.
competitive.
And
Yeah.
he does
I wonder if
not
that almost hurts him
follow
later
it.
on in the episode, actually.
That's true, because he does like poop his pants and go to bed at one point.
Yeah.
He's such a baby, dude. I can't.
He's such a baby.
Like I made the joke about like, oh man, like fucking, a year from now, like, hero cop dies, but like, fuck, man, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would rush into danger from
Rush into bed.
He got met with like the tiniest bit of resistance here, and he was like, I'm done for today. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
His whole thing about, we'll get to the vote later. I'll save that, but he did not play that well. I just want to say before we move on from Peter and Matthew that when Peter loses and Matthew's like comforting him, Peter has this line. He's like, "Nah, man, it's fine." He says, "You have kids, bro," and stuff. Yeah, really like that.
And
You have
Matthew,
kids, bro,
you're
and
such
stuff.
a good kid.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
crying,
like,
dude. Crocodile
like-
tears.
it's like losing Ali, dude, in season 1. Like,
Yeah.
It really is.
with Peter, it's sad.
Not the matchup I'm most upset about in this episode, I will say.
Is
Me
that the
neither.
next one I want to talk about here,
Curious.
Pat?
It might be.
Where Eric and
Yeah.
got, her name escapes me, 110. Melissa. They sit down and have a heart to heart, and I think it was last episode, Eric's like, Melissa's perfect. If I have real kids, I want them to be just like Melissa. Just like weird things to say, Eric. And he, for some reason, decides when there's someone who can decide your fate, the one person, to reveal to her that he lied about the kid.
So I think this is where, to me, the fact that this is a assumedly actual competition where you need to be fair and shit, like, fucks up the storyline, because I'm watching this and I'm thinking this is great television up until he gets out, because I'm thinking he's sitting here, he's opening up to her, he thinks she's going to be cool with this, and she's clearly not. And I'm thinking, like, I wrote down, like, this is a supervillain scene. Like, he only keeps going because he doesn't plan on her leaving here alive. Like, he can tell her
it's
everything.
either like one of them's gonna go.
Like, he's gonna kill her, so he can tell her everything, And I was about to say, unfortunately, unfortunately, this is a real world game where he can't kill her. But
Oh my God, Sean. Kim and Landon are going to talk to you about this.
unfortunately for the storyline, because I was thinking, like, he's doing the thing, like, pick the right hand. I was thinking he was gonna cheat.
Please lie. Do something.
I thought he was gonna do something to cheat, and
yeah,
no
I thought he was
matter what,
gonna
she was
reveal
gonna get
that
out.
each hand had a blue marble in it.
Yeah. And I
That
guess that,
shit
like,
would have been funny.
I think, again, like, because it's an actual show, I don't know that he can do that. But it's just, it's Eric getting out here, it sucks, man. He's I'd hate to ever have to be in the same room as him, but he's such a good villain.
Yeah. So
I was really bummed.
one thing I really liked about this is that he, at the end when he loses, because they just basically do a like, hey, pull off the Band-Aid, pick a marble, pick a hand, and if it's red, you go home or whatever, right? And he goes, I love you. I know you don't love me, but I love you, as they hug. And then she walks away and goes, he lied, he deceived, he cooked himself. And it's like, that's not what happened. You just won a 50-50 ball there. Like, it's not, you didn't, like, it's not some righteous win for you. Like, I know you feel good about it, and that's great, but
the matchup is like, on a narrative level, it is like this heroic, like, good versus evil that she says. Like she says, you know, like, oh, I get it. I'm also cutthroat, but there's a level of like humanity.
Yeah.
You know,
I find that so annoying. Like the moralizing in these games. She's like, well, you see, the difference between you and me is I have a family. Like everybody here has a fucking family, whether they have their own kids or parents they want to take care of. Like, you think Eric's just telling lies and trying to win because he's bored? Like, he probably has people he wants to help out too, and he's taking whatever advantage he can get. So like the moralizing and grandstanding about like, oh, well, the difference is like I have people that I care about in my life, unlike you fucking gargoyle. It just annoys me.
Yeah.
I wish you would have called him a gargoyle. That would have been awesome.
That would have made it even better. I just, man, this whole matchup was so disappointing to me because of how it ends.
Yeah. The lie that Eric told, like, I know a lot of people are really taken with the, like, you know, sociopathic qualities of it. Doesn't even come close to what other people have pulled in like reality TV history.
Oh,
are you guys familiar with like the dead grandma lie from Survivor?
What?
No.
Yeah, so like this is where like, because when Eric does this thing about a fictional baby that doesn't exist, I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. Like, it didn't even really hit me at all because this guy on Survivor lied about his grandma dying and used that to curry favor in the game. Or this guy on Big Brother lied about his wife having this like terminal disease, and he used that to. So it's like I am like you know, Eric is great and all, but this is like tier 3, you know, lying here. But I was still bummed that he fell here.
And I think that's where, you know, like, I think maybe there are certain things about this show that hit at least me more than they hit other people because I'm not a reality TV guy.
Right, yeah.
So, because I've seen a lot of people that have been like, you know, Squid Game, the challenge is fun or whatever, but like this, and this are done better in other, you know, other shows. And I just am like, I've never seen them. Like this is it for me.
But this show is doing a lot better with you know, presentation and just overall quality.
Oh, the budget.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the next group that we see come to a conclusion here is the unfortunate someone who was hit with the Michael SpikeGhetti curse, and that's 21 Marcus. Every person I pick to win goes down the next episode. And he loses in marbles to 412, and he makes the point of, hey, like, the fact that I got this far as this big, strong alpha male who used to play pro football is pretty amazing. I'm not going to win. She might have a chance to win, so I'm glad she beat me. And it's like, you know what? That's a good way of looking at it, because he's somewhat right. Like, at a certain point, I think people start to go, hey, this guy's got to go, you know? I don't care how nice he is. Look at how strong this guy is. He's got to go.
Yeah.
So
he was a fucking
eliminated.
football player. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. For your Baltimore Ravens, Sean.
Yeah.
You're more of a Commanders guy. I know. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know.
See, if I'm in Squid Game season 2, I'm targeting like 5'5" little ladies that are in their 50s because like that's the archetype that wins this game. You know.
Whoa.
Someone just take out the line, I'm targeting 5'5" little ladies and make it into a soundbite, please.
Obviously, like in the context of a Squid Game challenge. I'm looking out for the minds, you know?
Out.
Pat's trying to be the next Eric. Pat's trying to get in there.
I hope me and Pat make it on the show so then we can both tell like really egregious lies and then meet up alone and go,
I'll be like, my brother Jason is having a really tough time right now. I need to help him out.
He was born with 3 testicles and they have to take 2 of them. You'll only have one left.
Just born with 3 tentacles.
Oh no.
We get this really funny line from this gal playing Trinity, who goes, "I don't know why I picked this. I'm really bad at throwing things into buckets." I thought that was really
I love
funny.
that. Like, it's a skill that you can hone over time.
Right. He ends up beating her, obviously, because she is really bad at it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll through so we don't get into all the minutia here.
I do have one matchup here.
Okay.
Faith, who we get a bit more from after Marbles. She plays with another girl. They do throwing into a jar. Faith was the girl who actually called out Jaunty when he was doing his like really wringing his hands about having to vote someone out.
Right.
And he was like, "You guys know that was bullshit, right?" So I'm watching her because I feel like she's got a good eye for things.
Okay.
Oh, I did want to say that it was so like unhinged and diabolical for them to kill Kurt as he's doing like his little goodbye hand signal.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's like, "Zoe," and she turns around. He's like doing, I don't know what he was about to do because his ink pack goes off and he fucking dies.
Well, and also shout outs to Kurt, who could have just finished the hand signal, but he's a man of the game and he has to fake die. You just gotta fake
I
die.
think you don't get your full stipend unless you do the fake die. You have to do it.
Yeah. Maybe that's why 260 disappeared.
Right. They didn't do their
Well,
the
no,
fake
because
die.
fucking weirdo with the perm in the catch game, he didn't die either. He was just walking around and he
still went down eventually.
I don't think so. They didn't show it at least.
Okay.
Because he was walking around, his blood pack had burst, and he was walking around doing the boo-hoo thing.
I wonder if 260 is out of here because the counting happened and they were like, "Fuck you." You know? Like
Maybe they tackled the nurse or something in the middle of counting, because that's what I would do.
That's a DQ.
I'd be like, this is fucked up. I'm not going out like this.
Yeah.
Max, number 230, defeats his opponent. They don't really pay much never mind to it, but just, important to know because he becomes a character of importance a little later in the episode. We already talked about the poker guy. He wins. Trinity wins. We get some more talking with Perla and Jeffrey. And that's kind of how it ends. Obviously, we get the moment with Zoe and Kurt, like we just talked about. But then, like I alluded to earlier, they showed the dorms and they've removed the majority of the beds. And this is the most amazing thing in the world of these people. Trinity literally paused. Trinity paused as he walks through the door.
Like this. Every time they come back and the place is slightly different, they always freak the fuck out.
I don't understand. Like, they just removed beds, guys. They're like, whoa. One girl has her hands on her head, like, what the fuck? The beds are gone. What? It's like, this is insane what you guys get excited about. Like,
yeah, they were popping off for object permanence.
Apparently. It's fucking Stockholm syndrome. They're like, oh my God, the beds are moved. This is so cool. It's like, you guys are so deprived of everything throughout this process that you think beds moving are cool.
They haven't held an iPhone in maybe 4 days, Mike. Yeah. Right? They're starving for entertainment. Yeah.
A group talks about how they don't want 98 to win. They want Peter to come back, and then 98 walks through the door, and they kind of boo. Kind of boo.
Base is fun.
It's really funny.
I wrote that I noticed Kate, the British lady, said 98 is a bit barky.
Yeah,
I like
barky.
That.
Yeah,
Calling him
that's
barky.
the term she used. I like that a lot. Steven, this is where Steven really grinds my gears. Before we know that he's a millionaire. He's just like, my strategies have all the friends in here. And not only is he being overbearing and hugging everybody like they're his best friends, he starts code switching at one point. It's like, hey, girl, don't you tell me what's up, girl. Starts talking like that. It's insane, dude. It's actually
That's
insane.
crazy.
He makes me want to die, watching him during this moment. Oh, Kate, give me another hug, Kate. Come on, give me another. It's like, brother, you are... And, people don't notice, but, obviously with a camera on him, it's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
There was a group hug moment where I wrote down, he does this weird little voice. He goes, group hug, we want in on that.
Yeah, he's
so weird.
Exactly. He does
there's
that too.
One
it's
group
so
hug,
embarrassing for him.
There's one group hug that's not, it's not even a group hug. It's at one point people are lining up to hug somebody as they come in. They're forming a queue. I don't know.
I think it's either
series.
Zoe or Perla, right?
Yeah, I think it's one of those.
Because they're the last ones to come in.
Yeah.
Well, and like it's funny because with Zoe and Perla specifically, they just had to eliminate people that they loved, right?
Yeah.
And as they walk in, people are like, "Hey!" Like it's like some big celebration, you know? It's like, man, this is like kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah,
I don't understand why
Have some common courtesy.
these people are sad. Yeah, and this is when he does the group hug. We want in on this group hug.
We want in on that. It's so weird.
Hey, girl, let me in on that group hug. You know,
So
it's like,
weird.
what is this dude? Get him out of here. Get the moles off
He
your
must
head,
have
you
lost his
freak.
$6 million after winning it from poker.
That's-
Like, I don't know why you're here otherwise.
Right. That's the thing is it's like, don't do that, girl. You're going to make me cry, girl. That's what he said. You going to make me cry, girl. Don't do that, girl. It's like, brother, can you chill with like the code switching and stuff, man? You need to relax. Like,
It was a bit cringe.
oh, it's terrible. This is where we get to meet Faith,
Hmm.
who
Mm-hmm.
we learn a little bit about her that she explains why she has thick skin, which is because she grew up in a lesbian household in the 2000s. She's a person of color, and she's had trouble with her weight, which if you ask her means you have to have a thick skin. I've been pretty critical of these people and how much information they're willing to share. I think what she said is pretty normal. You know, I'll give her credit.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
She wasn't like, you know, I don't know. She could have said it in a lot different of way, but she says it, you know, in a way that I think is pretty reasonable. It's like, okay, that's fair to share. You know what I mean? Like, some of these people are like, my dad molested me when I was 6. And it's like, yeah, you don't need to tell them that.
Oh my God.
Like, you don't need to tell the Squid Game people this, you know? I know I'm exaggerating there, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
So this is where they remove all the people that died in the last 2 games, and it's a staggering amount of people because we are now down to 22. They hone in on a couple different people like Kurt, and Zoe doesn't seem upset
Jeffrey.
about Kurt, but Perla's very upset about Jeffrey.
Very upset.
Yeah, and then this is where the guards say, hey, you guys have to elect 3 monitors for your group right now. And they don't really tell them
This
what
is
that
my
means.
favorite. I love everything about what happens
This
here.
is my favorite part of the season so far. When
That's crazy.
number 98, Matthew, they say, hey, everybody who wants to do this, stand over here. And there's like 5 people, and Matthew's one of them. And no one wants Matthew to be it. No, not one person.
I don't.
And at first, they're kind
I
of
don't
polite
think
and
any of
cordial
us
about
really.
it.
I don't think any of us really want you in this situation. Somebody says.
that was. I wrote that. That's from Melissa.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us want you to be the ones doing this.
Yeah.
So there's 5 people, like I said, and the 5th guy who they don't really show, he just kind of backs away. He's like, hey, I'll let they want to have these 3 people. That's fine.
Yeah.
Greg, the complete Chad, walks over and pulls the 3 together and goes, these are the 3 we want, right?
Yeah.
And the other player's 437, I just realized from watching. And they talk about later how he hasn't really built any alliances, so it makes sense. But he just bows out gracefully, where Matthew is like kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
They voted 3. He goes, I disagree. So, I don't want to slander anybody, but I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of where this guy was on January 6th. Is all I'm
God
saying.
damn it.
Like, he misunderstands the
we can
concept
all
of
guess. Yeah, I don't know if it's misunderstanding, but yeah, that's a doesn't care. Maybe yeah.
Speaking of Jan 6th, though, we get a talking head from Max, and he says, well, once he's made a monitor, he goes, yeah, this is great. I feel like the president. I'm like, Max, is now the time you want to say that you feel like the president?
So the 3 we get are Isaiah, Max, and wow, I cannot remember her name right now. She's British,
Kate.
though. Isaiah says something that made me laugh really hard because I'm a fucking freak. But he says, so I put myself forward because I feel like it will give me a competitive edge. And we're at the point where any and all edges must be taken into account. And I looked at Tara and was like, did he say any and all edging must be taken into account? So I thought that was pretty funny. Thank you. Okay, so they give him badges, and the badges presumably in Korean say monitor, right?
Hmm.
Presumably.
I would assume so, yeah.
I hope it says like dickhead and nobody there knows Korean. So it's like, well, we can put whatever we want on them.
So we don't quite know what this monitor thing means, but then very shortly the guards come back in with some premium bedding. And not only do they get premium bedding, but they have to pick another player to make their bed. And so what they're trying to do with these things they're doing is create some dissent between the monitors and the not monitors, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think this is effective?
I don't actually.
No.
I also don't.
I don't think this bedding thing is effective. That's for sure. I think
the breakfast might.
The pancakes are a little more effective because the next morning they we noted this earlier, but Matthew just decides to go into bed when he doesn't get picked.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Wow, what a baby!"
Poor baby.
Right? The monitors also get special pancake breakfast with fruit and pancakes on it, and orange juice. And can you believe that Trinity had a talking head about orange juice?
It wasn't even just like it was like a full interrogation, like where you usually get the sob story. His first line, "I love orange juice."
It's kind of
They literally targeted Trinity specifically to piss off with this.
Yeah.
And the face he makes before we know that he loves orange juice when he sees the orange juice is outstanding. Like, he's like, "Oh, there's orange juice." It's so fucking funny. And then he talks to somebody about how he wants the orange juice, and they're kind of like, "Yeah, orange juice is great, no pulp, low acid orange juice." And he's like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "I love orange juice. If I win, I'm gonna have orange juice for a year." And it's like, oh my God, this guy really loves orange juice.
It's hard to do it justice because you hear like the usual serious like kind of music that they have playing and like the dramatic camera change to put them in the interview room, and it pairs really well with the sentiment of appreciating orange juice.
You can have it at lunch, you can have it at dinner. Like literally this past Christmas, one of my coworkers got me a whole case of orange juice. It's like, what is happening with this orange juice thing? I think it's really funny that they targeted him in particular for that. Zoe and Perla can't watch the meet because they're so hungry, and then they see Isaiah and they're talking badly about him, that he's a threat and they don't trust him and that he seems like a good player. And he walks up and it's kind of awkward. I don't know. To me, it's clear they were talking about him, and he's like, "I'm gonna go this way." Like that. It's just like an awkward interaction. And then they feed all the other contestants slop, porridge.
Yeah.
Which is pretty rude, I think, and makes it a little more effective. And someone even says the line, "I think resentment is growing." And it's like, oh, the producers fed you that one, huh? And this is where we get Mr. Poker Player. And I said this to Tara because he's talking to one of the Kate, the monitor, about poker. And he goes, "Yeah, I mean, you can do like high roller, like 50K buy-ins, but I mean, I don't do that." And I was like, oh, this guy has a lot of money. Like, I immediately looked at her and said, "This guy's won poker tournaments." And then he goes, "Yeah, I won 5.6 million. I didn't think it was that much." But I was like, this guy's such an ass, dude. And he's like, if they knew how much money I won, they'd think I'm undeserving of Squid Game. And it's like, yes, they would, actually. Most of these people probably don't have money. Like, I guess I don't know that for sure. But to me, that's what makes the most sense as to why you'd want to play this game.
We cannot undersell the orange juice thing because it's really quick. Trinity says he says this. He says orange juice is my passion. I didn't make that up. Like it's his hobby. Like it's his life's work. Like I had to pause to laugh at that one. Like that was the biggest laugh I've gotten out of the entire season so far. I love him.
That and Burger King. This episode had a lot of really funny a lot of funny moments here.
I'm rooting for him.
So the monitors get called in by the guards to go to the White Room, and it is revealed to them that they need to pick 3 number to be set up for elimination, 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick, in my opinion, a strange set of people. 437, they say he doesn't have a lot of friendships or alliances. And then the second one, they say Craig, but his name's Greg.
Poor Greg.
His name's Greg, thank you.
Assholes.
And he's my hero. And they're like, he's a nice guy, but like there's not. He doesn't really have a lot of alliances. And then the third, obviously, player 98, and they don't really talk about that a ton. But it's like, yeah, obviously, you're gonna pick 98. I think they showed a lot of restraint, not immediately just saying number 98.
Yeah, right.
Because
Can we nominate 98 3 times?
I wonder if they edited it to make him be the last one. Like they immediately are just like, yeah, this dude.
Yeah.
I don't think this was the right call. I think 98's the right call. I don't think the other two are the right call. What do you guys think?
I mean, we're pretty Greg coded on this podcast.
Yeah, we love Greg.
So I think at least in that sense we would agree. I don't know about Kareem.
I think for me, their logic, I get to an extent of like, well, we're gonna take out these guys that don't have connections so that we don't have like blowback for it. But at this point in the game, like, is anyone really gonna be going to bat for somebody when there's 22 people left? Like, oh, you killed my friend Kareem, who I met 5 days ago, and we like talked a little bit. Like, I feel like you just target the 3 most threatening presences at this point.
I guess we say that, but at the same time, after Glass Bridge last season, I was not expecting for people to go to bat as hard as they did.
That's true. Those people were dumb and crazy, though. I hate the season 1 cast.
Yeah,
they were a little too lovey-dovey. So they pull those 3 players into the chore room, and everybody's like, "Oh, they're gonna do chores." But really, they have the same black box that the other 3 have, and we find out that both teams are at risk of being eliminated. And it's literally the fucking Dark Knight cruise ship problem that I talked about a couple episodes ago, Sean. So one of them, in order to save themselves, one of the people from their 3 have to sacrifice themselves. The first team to sacrifice, those 2 survive, and the other 4 people go down, right?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a race to who can sacrifice someone first.
Which, by the way, if I'm in that room, and I'm not in 98's room, I'm in the room that's gonna kill 98's room, I'm like, don't worry, guys, I got it.
Yeah.
This is worth it.
This is worth it.
Just instantly. Yeah. So the monitor's room, they immediately give excuses as to why they don't want to go. I have children, and Isaiah just goes, I don't want to leave. So
great reason.
Where Matthew immediately goes, let's play rock, paper, scissors, and whoever loses,
he loves rock, paper, scissors,
and we'll take them out. They nominated us. Let's take them out. Yeah, dude.
I want to point out, he specifically says, let's sacrifice, and then he says, and kill them all.
Yeah, he does say kill them all.
Just another day on the job for Matthew.
Yeah, dude.
I was going to say,
I don't know, man.
Do you think if he gets in like a standoff with a criminal, he's like, hey, let's play rock, paper, scissors?
You win, I'll let you go free.
I'll let you run away
for you.
But if I win, I shoot you and kill you.
Yeah. But I mean, that's like that's like fucking some Doc G guy shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. So they start the game, and that's when the episode ends, and it's very stressful for all ending, 6 people. Yeah, no, very, very good time to cut. They're very good at that. Yeah. They're very good at finding spots where you're like, oh man, I gotta watch the next episode. You know?
Yeah. It's a good thing that doesn't work on anybody here.
Yeah, that's right. Not why. Okay, full disclosure, I have seen the next episode, but I did it for timing reasons. I was gonna let Mike go with it. I did it for timing reasons, not because I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch the next one. So I will be abstaining from the categories myself today because I have extra knowledge and I don't want to be a cheater.
Okay.
Which is the only reason I've revealed it to you.
Yeah. Pat follows the rules of the game.
I tried. I have to wonder because, like, I just cannot imagine reaching consensus. They didn't really have like an ultimatum presented by the Squid Game people, did they? Did they ever say like, and if you all can't decide, then all 6 of you die?
They did not, and I don't think they gave them a timer or anything.
Yeah,
like I'm just never budging on this. I just don't know how you get through this.
So they did not. I'll tell you that they
cannot.
Oh,
look at this.
They don't change anything about how it's explained in the next episode. Is what I'll say.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Like I mean, what do you guys do in this situation? Like
I sacrificed myself to kill Matthew.
Sure. Okay, but what
And
if you're in the room with Matthew?
Oh, well, then I think I tear off Matthew's thing and I throw it in for him. I think.
Yeah.
It's violent again.
I do. Yeah.
I think you gotta just find a way to come to an agreement. And the problem is, if you're in the room with the wrong people, you will not find a way to come to an agreement, right?
Like it's a battle of wills. Like it's a mental battle. You just have to have like a bunch of who's the guy that wanted everyone to lick their cookies in the first season? He had like the crash out. You guys talked about him earlier.
Oh,
the guy that
Spencer, maybe.
No.
I want to say his name was Spencer.
Spencer
I
sounds
don't
right.
remember. But
You need to be in a room with two Spencers basically to get out of this. I just don't know how else, because I'm not moving on this.
I think Matthew's room has an advantage at the end of this in that there's already one person who's willing to play for it. Whereas the other room has 3 people going, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You have at least over in Matthew's room have one person advocating for let's play a game and do this.
Well, and Greg's a pretty cool-handed guy, so you think Greg's gonna probably go with the flow, right? I don't really know the other guy.
Yeah.
I want Greg to just I kind of want Greg to like pull a season 2 of the show and like, you know, when they're in the room and they got one extra person and they got to deal with that. I just kind of want Greg to take matters into his own hands is what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Take Matthew into his own hands.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we should probably do the categories, and I will be asking the questions here.
Okay.
For psychopath left in the games, aka the Lorenzo Award. Who you guys giving the Lorenzo Award to?
I guess Matthew, right? For like fundamentally misunderstanding democracy. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. That's a pretty big one.
Because they're like, decide as a group, and he's like, okay, they want to vote, but I don't like that. And they're like, I don't know how we explain this to you, but we are more than you, so no.
Right,
we outnumber.
Okay,
you.
Matthew, let's vote to see if we're gonna vote. Oh, we won. Okay, now let's vote.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd give a runner-up to the poker player because I think putting yourself in a game like this when you're already a millionaire is pretty insane. In my opinion.
Pretty Lorenzo core.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so who do you think was the most valuable player of this episode?
I'm going to go with Isaiah. I think he played that game well, which Mike pointed out to me. I did not notice that when he was playing the game against 342 with the target. And also, I mean, obviously he's at risk of elimination. Like he could be out of the game in the next 5 minutes of the show. But I think he took that monitor position and understood the risks that went with it, and I think he will be one of the more influential voices during this debate, I guess, coming up here. But man, it's gonna look bad on me if he ends up being killed by Matthew in a second.
I'm gonna give it to Greg. In that, I think Greg is the one that goes in and ends the mini January 6th happening. Because he's the one that just kind of walks up and goes, these 3, right? When Matthew is like throwing a temper tantrum. So I think Greg, Greg kind of, Chad walks in and is like, let's put an end to this. It's just, this is how it's going to be.
Oh my God.
So Greg.
Do you know what?
What?
The 6 people that were standing up there are the 6 people that are in this predicament.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Yeah, they ended up choosing the people that were like most like in the weeds with the actual election process.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which they never talked about in their deliberation, but I wonder if that was like a subconscious part of it.
Yeah, because 47 was up there, or whatever number he is, and he just kind of backed away, and then Matthew, and then Greg walks up and chooses the 3. That's so interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you guys think is going to win at this point?
I'm gonna let Sean go first. I want to think about this.
I think Steven has a good chance, unfortunately.
That would suck so hard.
It would really suck really bad, but I think he's got a good chance. There's a part of me that just wants to say Greg again. I feel like he's just like always there to solve the problem. You know, I feel like he volunteers for
He's
a
a
lot of
Chad.
shit, but that could also get him killed really easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Steven, even though I kind of hate it.
Okay.
I think I am going to settle on, and we haven't really talked about this player at all, but she did get a talking head for the first time in this episode, I think. Her name is Vanessa. She is number 17.
Okay.
She's like the curly-haired blonde lady.
Yeah.
She was the one in Mingle who like ran for the door
Yeah,
when
she
there was
ditched her
one
team.
left.
Yeah.
She was also I think she was the first person to throw during catch, because I remember her saying like, I'm going to be the Canadian here and say sorry.
Okay.
She didn't say it right though. She should have said sorry. So she's
right.
had like moments here and there, and I feel like we're at the point now where, according to my numbers, we have 11 people here who have actually had a talking head. So I think it has to be one of those people.
Okay,
I can't imagine it's going to be from a pool of these players that we haven't even gotten anything from. And I feel like Mai started to kind of rear her head around this point. I think maybe even a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
But they've been showing Vanessa throughout the show so far. And she was also, I have a bit of a past connection with her as a player, because she was on Big Brother Canada 8, which I know you guys are both huge fans of.
Yeah, I love that season.
Yeah. And that was the season that got canceled because of COVID. They moved into the house in the spring of 2020. So I always felt bad for those people because they didn't get to play out their full season of reality TV. So I'm glad that she got a second shot at here. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
So
pretty
she's gonna be my
interesting
pick.
to me how it seems like those people that are on reality shows end up on other reality shows. Like, what do they know? Are they just that interesting of people? Or like, do they just know how to make the tapes right and the applications? Like, what? Why do you think that is that?
It's a mixture. I think it's that they are interesting people, that they know how to speak the language of casting, and also that the first time you get on a show, your foot's in the door and you just start knowing so many people that knows a guy that knows a guy. And so I think that's how that works for a lot of people that like run
we might need to do some
gauntlet.
practice so we can get on the season 3
yeah,
of
for
this.
sure.
Yeah, I have to assume also like you have to be a certain kind of narcissist. Like,
Oh, for sure.
You
All of
know-
these people are unwell.
yeah. I
Which
feel
is
like
why
it
Pat and I are
probably,
going to get on the show.
Exactly. We're shooing. We're
I'm
locked.
so excited.
All right, so similar question, but who do you want to win?
Ooh. I mean, I would hate to deprive Trinity of his orange juice.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
So I would like
There's a-
that.
There's a part of me that thinks like Zoe has had, I don't know that I want her to win, but I feel like narrative wise, that's a pretty good one. Like that would make a good overarching story for the season.
She would be more out in front than any of the characters we had seen up to this point in the first season. Maybe besides like Leanne and Trey, which I think like they were trying to reheat the Leanne and Trey nachos this year, and they did not stick to landing with that. Like I like Kurt. I mean Zoe's fine enough, but I don't think they're as dynamic as the previous parent child thing. But yeah, I think Zoe would be fine. Trinity would be cool. I think Isaiah as sort of a third place there. I wouldn't mind any of that.
I'm still gonna give it to Greg though. He's just such a Chad.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, dude. The guy
He's
has
one of the older
aura.
people left. One of the 3 people still in their 40s. Everyone else is younger than that. So
I feel like Greg is also the only person that has survived the like us rooting for them curse.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the difference is I've never said I think Greg is going to win. I've said I want
Right.
Greg to win. Right?
okay,
Yeah, you gotta be careful with your words.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not putting a curse on anybody this episode because I know.
Yeah,
I know
true.
what's happening. I know who gets out next episode.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, episode's a doozy, guys.
Oh,
Wait, do
I'm
we get into
excited.
like? Oh man, I just want to see fucking shoots and ladders. I'm binging all of them after this.
I'm
Like, the
so
next thing
excited
I
for
do-
shoots and ladders.
Yeah,
Well, Pat,
that's the one I'm really
you-
looking forward to.
You will get to see shoots and ladders next episode.
Let's go. Let's
Oh,
go.
I'm so excited.
I think that's it. You know, hey, we got in under an hour 30. Good for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, we're you can put 3 yappers in a room like this. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna yap.
Yeah.
Pat, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us,
you,
dude.
guys.
It's always a pleasure
This
to
is
have
a
you on the
blast.
It's
show.
always a delight.
Appreciate
Also,
Can't
it.
wait for season
I meant to
3.
thank you. I meant to thank
Yeah.
you at the beginning of the show for setting the tone for the season with your email. I want you to know,
dude. You know, I wanted to tell you that I forgot that I said that. So when I was listening to the pod, I was like, "Oh, this is funny," and then it was from me. I didn't remember. I had no recollection of saying I dropped the baby. So
Pat sent that after he knew we had already released the final episode of season 3 of Squid Game.
Yeah,
and he sent that, and he just said the first line is like, "Read this at the beginning of the challenge," and I didn't read another line.
Okay.
Because I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
So none of us, including you, had any idea what you were saying.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's beautiful.
I left a comment on your first episode, by the way, and I know you've seen it because you heart reacted to it, but I just loved the part where you were dogging on Mark for saying it's on like Donkey Kong Country 64. You're like, that's not a fucking game. Donkey Kong Country's a game. Donkey Kong 64 is a game.
Yeah, Sean was trying to insult me there because I had related him to Mark the whole time because he's a Star Wars guy. And I'm not going to let that happen to me, okay? We had a new joiner to the Discord, and they mentioned that there is a poll up to vote for who do you want to return for season 3 from either of the other seasons. And they said that they voted Mark. And I said, it's going to be cinema when I make it to Squid Game season 3 and have to go face-to-face with Mark.
Yeah. What if they did that, though? What if they did, like, okay, half of the cast is going to be people from the last game that were either all-stars or had their time cut short, and then half is, like, newcomers?
So I think what they're doing is they're picking one person, because on the poll it says, thank you for voting. We'll let you know when it's a top 5, and then everybody's voting on the top 5.
Yeah.
So I think they're picking one person, which is exciting.
I mean, but like, okay, then that one person goes out when the nurse can't count, right? So it's like,
right.
How do you protect that person for good TV? Like, people are going to be tuning in to see like fucking Leanne is back, or you know, Lorenzo. Hopefully, that's who I'm voting for.
Actually, they started counting before, so we need to redo the round.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have 456 players. You think they would do more than one, right?
Yeah, I would think at least like
well, they have
10 at
456
minimum.
They have 456 players twice, and they could pull from.
Well,
right.
You know,
Pat, as you know, reality shows love a twist. So maybe bringing back this person is like a twist, and they're not part of the like 456 pool initially or something.
Be like a guest spot. Yeah, like I'm here for one challenge, and I decide something. Or
speaking of twists, really quickly before we wrap this up, Pat, who's under the frontman mask?
So I liked what you guys are going with the idea of it being like a character or, you know, a player, because they're real people or whatever, from the first season. But like you were saying, like it being my, you know, obviously the body type doesn't work. Like in the moment, it'd be like, okay, obviously this is she's very short. And the footage they've had, you know, throughout the season is obviously not her. I'm really curious as to whether or not, because I was like, was there a frontman in the first season of the challenge? I guess there wasn't.
I don't think so.
If there was, they were involved very minimally, because this one they're like doing interstitial cuts between every game.
Yeah.
Like he's enjoying his fucking whiskey on the rocks during counting, you know.
Yeah.
So he's much more involved. I mean, I would really like it if it were someone from the first season. Will it hit with everyone there? No, but I think it might hit with people that are into the show like we are.
Yeah.
You know, like make it Leanne. Like I thought she was such a fun time last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lorenzo, like Lorenzo would be the motherfucker to kidnap people on an island and make them play games.
Yeah.
If I was like betting on like a sports book for this, I would bet on Lorenzo, because I found out today, we were told there was like an all-star Netflix reality show, and he won that reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you posted it. Someone posted an article about it in your Squid Game channel.
Right. So to me, that would make the most sense if they were like, it's Lorenzo the whole time. But I do think Lorenzo has reached cult status in like our circle more than he has.
Probably not everywhere else.
Yeah,
you're right.
That would be very exciting for us, but I don't think that's actually what would happen. So
yeah. But what if they just got the guy that plays him in the real show? It's like, I'm frontman in this universe as well.
I mean
that
there's
was
a
our original
multiverse
thing.
of frontmans.
Someone suggested, I think it was Fabio suggested, that it's the front man from the American version of Squid Game that's not.
Yeah.
That's how
it's
they
gonna be a
announced the
segue
casting.
into
Yeah. And I think it should just be Chris Pratt. So
Yeah, that works.
stomping Koopas.
yeah, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
And then
right.
Jack Black is Gi-hoon.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
played
normally-
these games before.
Normally, this is when I would say, like, I agree to end the episode. However, we should give Pat actually an opportunity to plug himself instead of just skipping over the plugs like we always do. So,
Yeah, Pat needs the Squid
Pat-
Game bump.
Yeah,
Give me the Squid bump.
Yeah.
Again, guys, thank you for having me on. I always have such a blast both being on and listening to you guys talk about this. I am Regular Pat on YouTube, Regular Pat YT on Twitch. That's really all I care about. Those are the main two things. So if you like Kingdom Hearts stuff, that's my main jam. Check me out there.
Pat, thank you, dude.
Thank you
We
so
love
much.
having you on, man.
We love having you on. I
Yeah.
already can't wait for you to come back for season 3.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm ready. I'll start storing my ink in jars.
All right, well,
Mike,
hey, guys, I'm ready
I
to end the
agree.
episode.
I agree to end the episode.
I agree.
We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, listening, and look out for Majestic Wiener's email the next episode. There's there's a cliffhanger for you, Squid Game challenge. What do you think of that? Majestic
Bye.
Wiener.